Welcome, grade 4s, to WorksheetCloud.com's online lessons. It's me, Miss Frank, again, and I would like to warmly welcome you to this lesson on paragraph writing. I hope you are excited, and I hope that you have your pencil or pen and a page ready because you're going to be writing. Remember, we are focusing on getting practical with our lessons. And learning how to write is one of the most practical things we can do in the English home language, okay? So I would really like your full attention, but remember, we're still going to have some fun. So let's get into the lesson as quickly as we can. So, as usual, if you have any questions or think I haven't covered something, please send an email to grade4@worksheetcloud.com and we will get back to you as soon as we can after the lesson. So, today we are focusing on writing skills and how to write a paragraph. Okay, and here I've got some pictures of people doing some writing, and as you know, we always start with the alphabet because that's what we learn first when we learn to read or to write. Okay, so we are going to take it step by step and learn exactly how we can write a paragraph and a good paragraph. Okay, there are many ways to teach paragraph writing, and I'm sure some of your teachers already went through it with you. But it's always good to learn some more techniques, okay, because we can only get better with different strategies or different methods. So, without wasting any more of your time, grade 4s, let's get started. So, the lesson outline for today. We're going to look at what is a paragraph, how to start writing, brainstorming, and then shared writing. And I'm going to spend a few seconds on shared writing because I want you to understand that the reason why we're looking at shared writing is because you can see me, but I can't see what you're doing. We've been through this, remember? First lesson. So we look at the fact that we have to do it together, step by step, so that we all can learn. And even though I can't see what you're doing, I can try and anticipate it. Okay. But remember, we are not looking at who's right and who's wrong right now. We are just trying to do it together so that we get a better understanding of what a paragraph is and how to write one. So, what is a paragraph? I took the liberty of looking for a Wikipedia definition, and here it is. A paragraph is a self-contained unit of discourse in writing, dealing with a particular point or idea. A paragraph consists of one or more sentences. Huh? A paragraph is a self-contained unit of discourse in writing dealing with a particular point or idea. A paragraph consists of one or more. Oh, I get that. A paragraph consists of one or more sentences, but that's a lot of words and a lot of big words. So in plain terms, thank goodness. In other words, a paragraph is a piece of writing that consists of one or more sentences and deals with a specific theme or topic. I think that's a bit simpler, grade 4s. So let's get to what a paragraph is, okay, before we move on. So firstly, a paragraph is a piece of writing. So we know that we are going to be writing something down. And then it consists of one or more sentences, okay? So it consists of sentences and it deals with a specific theme or topic. Remember, we did start with how to write a sentence in the beginning, okay, and sentence structure. So now we know that the group of sentences, or even one sentence that deals with a specific theme or a specific topic is a paragraph. Hope that's an easy explanation, grade 4s. Because if your face was like, my face was just like this man's face when I read that one for the first time. So, let's move on. How to start. There is usually a topic. Now, when your teacher asks you to write a paragraph, sometimes it can be free verse. If you're writing in your journal, it can be about your day and how you're feeling. But usually if it's written for an assessment purpose, then there is a topic, okay? You need to read that topic very carefully, because sometimes the reason we lose marks in a paragraph is because we're not really sticking to the topic. And that's what's important. Stick to the topic and try and find out any kind of information that the topic can give you. Brainstorm the words or sentences you could use in the paragraph that relates to the topic. So the first thing we do is not start writing, quick, start writing. No. We take it a step back. We put our page down and we think, okay, this is my topic. Let me write down all the ideas that come to my mind when I think of this topic. And then place the sentences in the correct sequence. Now remember, when you are brainstorming and you've got your page there and the ideas are flowing, sometimes they're not really in the right order. Okay, so what's important is once we got all our ideas onto the page, we have to put them in the right order so that they make sense, right? I mean, we can't just start with the end, okay, and finish with the beginning. We kind of need to turn them around and be like, okay, this comes first, then this one, then this one. Hope that makes sense. And then we read it over. Why do we read it over, grade 4s? Because we must edit. We must make sure that we don't have any spelling errors, that our sentences make sense. They start with a capital letter, they finish with a full stop, and that our topic sentence and the sentences that come afterwards all relate to the same topic. If my topic is about how beautiful the beach is, I can't suddenly start talking about my car. Okay, so we need to make sure that we are always relating it back to the topic. And that's what's very important. Make sense? Then your paragraph is complete. If your paragraph doesn't make sense, then we need to start from the beginning again. And it's important maybe to even ask a friend or your mommy, daddy, or teacher to read over your paragraph so that before you say this is my final one, because a fresh set of eyes can really help you see if you have any mistakes in your paragraph. So, with us knowing now how to start, we can continue. The instructions. Now, instructions are possibly one of the most important parts of any sort of writing activity. So, instructions are super important, so we need to read them carefully. The teacher also has to give clear and proper instructions. So, over there I have one part for you, grade 4s, and the other part for teachers. Okay, because teachers can make mistakes too. So, what's important is that when we get our instructions, we need to read them carefully so that we don't misunderstand anything. And if you don't understand the instruction, ask your teacher, because that's also important. If you don't understand something and you just carry on writing, you're going to lose marks. So you have to clarify what you don't understand. So here is our instruction for what the paragraph we're going to write today. So write a paragraph in about 5 sentences about a pet you have or a pet you would like to have. Okie dokie. So teacher is going to move out of your way quickly so that we can see what exactly are these instructions telling me to do. So firstly, what is this topic telling me? It must be in paragraph form. So I'm going to take my pen out now and we're going to draw a line showing what exactly this is asking me. So it's saying it must be in paragraph form. That's the first thing I must know. Okay. Then it should be 5 sentences. That's the other part of the instruction. So even though there's just one topic, in this topic, there are a few things that they're telling me to do in my paragraph. And that's important to read. That's why I say read it carefully, because sometimes we miss these important parts of the topic. And then lastly, it's telling me it should describe my pet. So it must be in paragraph form. It should be 5 sentences and it should be describing my pet. And if I don't have a pet, I have to describe a pet I would really like to have. So grade 4s, when you are reading the topic, I'm going to repeat. Make sure you understand the instructions of that topic, because that is the first thing that a lot of people get wrong, okay? And then they start writing and forgetting that actually I can't just write 20 sentences. I could only write 5. And I shouldn't just write about any animal. It had to be about a pet that I would like to have. So be careful when you are reading instructions. So here is my topic. A pet you would like to have or the one you have. That's the topic. If you have a pet, great. We are going to write a paragraph about that pet. If you don't have a pet, that's okay. Write about the one that you'd like to have. So think of a pet. Think of one. Think of one that you'd like to have. And what kind of animal is it? What would you name it? Okay. What do you like about it? So these questions are trying to get your mind thinking and imagining. If you don't have a pet, imagine. Okay. If you have one, please still answer these questions because they are important to writing a paragraph. What are its characteristics? Is it lazy? Is it fun? Is it loving? Is it cuddly? What are the characteristics of this animal? Okay. So I'm going to leave this on and I want you to just think about it. And here's a picture over here. Okay. And it's a sleeping dog over there, as you can see. It's an old picture of my little baby, Snowy. This is Snowy and he is my baby. Okay. So for the purposes of this, for this lesson, grade 4s, I'm going to talk about my dog Snowy. We are going to use him as an example, and I hope that's okay with you because I know him and he's so cute and he's so loving. And as you can see over here, he was having a nice snooze in one of our rooms, okay? So we're going to use Snowy as our example for this lesson. So, brainstorming. Over here, we give our paragraph a title. So, my paragraph starts with my dog Snowy. Okay, so that's the title of my paragraph. Okay, and here in blue, I've asked questions. How old is he? What makes him special? What are his best characteristics? And what color is the dog? Okay, so those are the questions that I would ask myself or I put on paper that would help me design my paragraph. And in red are the answers. So, how old is he? He's 13 years old. What makes him special? He is my best friend. He is loving and always knows when I'm down or sad, okay? He is loyal. Okay, so what are his best characteristics? He is loyal and he looks after me. He likes to sleep all the time, like you saw in the picture. Okay, what color is the dog? He is a white dog. So, grade 4s, this is a way to brainstorm. And brainstorm means that we're going to take what all the ideas in our head and we're going to push it on paper. Now, as you can see, it all looks very mixed up at the moment, okay? There's no sequence. It's just me asking questions about what I could possibly write in my paragraph. So I could write about the dog. I could write about what makes him special. I could write about how old he is. But I need to have a sequence. I need to kind of let it flow properly. So here is my brainstorming. So on your page, you could possibly be writing about your own pet or the one you'd like to have. You need to give it a title, okay? And you don't have to ask the same questions I did, but I'm giving you an idea of how to start. So you can think about age, you can think about color, you can think about what makes him special, and you can think about his or her best characteristics. Okay, and before we move on to the next slide, I want you to look at this and try and see how you would design your brainstorming. Because what do we call this kind of brainstorming, grade 4? We call it a mind map. And a lot of the time when we are planning our writing, we use mind maps to do so. Okay, so we are going to move on to our next slide. What is the information we have so far? We have the title, My Dog Snowy, and then we have all these bits of information so far. He is 13 years old. He is loyal and he looks after me. He likes to sleep all the time. He is a white dog. He is my best friend. He is loving and always knows when I'm down. So those are the facts or the descriptions of my dog, Snowy. Now remember, you can have any title that relates to your pet or the pet you would like to have. I'm just using my dog, Snowy, as an example. So those are the 4 things that I've taken now from my brainstorming activity. So with that in mind, we're going to use that to start structuring our paragraph. Remember, I need to find a way to start this paragraph. So I need a topic sentence. And the best topic sentence is to use the title or the topic of the activity. So the topic is, I need to write about my pet, okay, or a pet I'd like to have. So the first way I would start my topic sentence would be, my favorite pet is a dog because my dog Snowy is my best friend. So you can see that when I started my paragraph, I thought of the topic that was given to me and I started that as my topic sentence because a topic sentence starts the paragraph, okay? And my heading is over here, my dog Snowy. So, my dog Snowy. My favorite pet is a dog because my dog Snowy is my best friend. That sentence is answering the question. Remember the topic was, name your favorite pet. My favorite pet is a dog and it's Snowy because he's my dog, okay? Snowy is white and he is 13 years old. As you can see, I joined 13 and white together with an adjective over there, and. Okay, so Snowy is white and he is 13 years old. I love him because he is loyal and he looks after me. There's that part, okay? He likes to sleep and lie around all the time. So even though here it says he likes to sleep all the time, I've added the fact that, as you saw in the picture, he likes to lie around all the time. So the information that you wrote in your brainstorming doesn't all have to be exactly like it is in your paragraph, grade 4s. But it is a way to kind of design it. It's a framework for you to work with. He likes to sleep and lie around all the time. He is my favorite pet because he is loving and always knows when I'm feeling sad. So instead of using the word down over here, I changed it in my paragraph to the word sad. That doesn't mean it's wrong. Remember, the brainstorming is my planning. So when I write my final draft, it doesn't have to be exactly like I wrote it in my planning. So here is my paragraph. I have my title. My topic sentence over here would be this one. My favorite pet is a dog because my dog Snowy is my best friend. And then I have my supporting sentences. My supporting sentences are the ones that support my topic sentence. All the other sentences speak about Snowy, my dog, because the first sentence introduces it. My favorite pet is a dog because my dog Snowy is my best friend. So the sentences that come after that support that topic sentence. I speak about the color of him, how old he is, why I love him, etc. And then lastly, I have my concluding sentence. He is my favorite pet because he is loving and always knows when I'm feeling sad. The concluding sentence, grade 4s, must always bring you back to the topic. So as you can see, I spoke about my favorite pet in the first sentence, my topic sentence. And then I spoke about my favorite pet again in my concluding sentence because I'm now finishing off my paragraph. So let's read this paragraph one more time before we go on. My favorite pet is a dog because my dog Snowy is my best friend. Snowy is white and he is 13 years old. I love him because he is loyal and looks after me. He likes to sleep and lie around all the time. He is my favorite pet because he is loving and always knows when I'm sad. One of the other parts of the instruction was that it had to be 5 sentences. So let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we have 5 sentences. So we've covered the instructions of the topic. This was shared writing where we wrote a paragraph together. Well done, grade 4s. And it was pretty exciting, even if I must say so myself. In the next lesson, we will learn figures of speech. And that's going to be in the next lesson. And I hope that you will join me for that one as well. Yay! Grade 4s, if you have any questions about this lesson or you think I didn't cover something, please send us an email to grade4@worksheetcloud.com. An activity and a rubric is provided for you after this lesson. And as usual, you know how I say it, grade 4s. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a wonderful, wonderful day further. Goodbye.